Oh, I forgot lip gloss. Where'd it go? Have it. I'm in that YouTube route where I don't know what videos to film, so I go to Twitter and say, what videos do you guys want to see? And you always bring me back the best videos. You guys will follow me on Twitter, by the way, it's at Makeup101. You might want to follow me on there. I got an overwhelming tweets back saying how I edit my Instagram pictures, and I've been getting that for a couple of months now. So I was like, I guess I should probably do that now because the people want to know. So obviously I'm going to give the people what I want, and this is how I edit my Instagram pictures. Alright, so this is my Instagram. If you want to follow me, it's Makeup101, and you guys can basically see like how I do this, how I get asked this a lot, like how I make it look like it's all like 3D and black and white. I'll show you that. My number one question is like, what filters do you use? So I'll show you all of that. And my white borders, I'll show you all of that. So yeah, I post like special effects pictures, pictures of friends, pictures of myself, food, yeah. So that's my Instagram, and now I'm gonna show you guys how I edit my pictures. So I keep all of my Instagram apps in this folder that I call photography. So the app that I always use for everything, no matter what, is Vsco Cam, or Vsco Cam some people call it. It's this one right here, and I seriously use it for like everything. You can see that like basically this is my entire Instagram on this app. I'm gonna start editing a picture for you guys. So I'm just gonna do this selfie. So you click on it and then go to filters, and the filter that I use for every single picture on my Instagram, and I kid you not, every single picture has this filter on it. It's T1. It looks good on every single picture. I especially like it with dark pictures. Like, let me show you. Like this one. See, this one has the T1 effect on it, and it makes like the background darker, and it makes you look like tanner, and I don't know, I love the look of that filter. So yeah, I always put T1 on the filter, and then you can also like adjust it of like how much of the filter that you want on it. So you can do that, and then if I ever do a black and white filter, it's one of these. There's the B1, the B5, and then there's this one, the X1. It really just depends on the picture. They all kind of look different depending on the picture. So if I do a black and white one, I'll show you that real quick. So if I like this one, then I save it, and then I export it to the camera roll. I go into Photo Studio, and I really only do this effect with black and white pictures, and I don't always do it with black and white pictures, and do SFX and the 3D effect. And you can make it like really, really 3D or not a lot 3D. It really just depends on like what you want to do. Now back into Vsco Cam, or Vsco Cam, whatever we're gonna call it. I'm gonna do the T1, and this is how I do pretty much every single picture on my Instagram. And then I go on to Afterlight, and I pick the picture that I just exported. And what I do now is I will always go in and do the brightness first, and I normally turn up the brightness a pretty good amount. I don't know why, but I really like the look of like bright faded out pictures. And then I do the contrast, and I turn it all the way down, and then I do that like a couple more times even. To the point where it like looks like that. I don't know why, I'm just obsessed with the look of that faded out washed look. Some people hate it, some people love it. It's really a personal preference. Then after that's done, I really don't mess around with anything else other than the contrast and the brightness. And anyone that like knows anything about photography is probably cringing at this because it's like really gross for them to think about, but whatever. So then I move on to this, and these are like the light leak packs or whatever. And I got the Dusty effect. I normally always do Dusty, and I kind of go with number 1 a lot just because it's like a faded out look. And you can again like adjust the dustiness of it or whatever. If I want more of like a faded look, I go with this one because it's faded out on the borders. So I normally do a dusty effect. I'm just going to go with number 1 and turn it down just a little bit. And then also sometimes I like to add these light leaks in it, and this is just like, it just adds colors, and you can like adjust the color of it too to whatever you want, but I'm not going to put one in on this picture. Also you can get these frames, and this instant film pack you have to buy. I think it's 99 cents, and it just makes like a Polaroid effect on your picture. I stopped doing this as much, but I mean sometimes I'll still add it, but I'm not the biggest fan of that anymore. I went through a phase where I really liked it, but I don't really like it too much anymore. So then when I'm done with my picture, I will save it to my camera roll, and then move on to the next step, which is InstaSize. I always use InstaSize. I don't even have Square Ready because honestly InstaSize is so much easier. So I take the InstaSize, go to my library, pick out the picture that I just edited, and fit it down. You can make these tiny, you can make them big, you can put it wherever you want on this, and like this is the block that you see on Instagram. So if you want it to like fill out, you can just do that. It's so much easier, but personally I like InstaSize better than Square Ready because I don't like having any of the picture touch any part of the white border. I like it to be so that my Instagram is kind of like floating, you know what I mean? So then after that I just share it and take it to Instagram. I'm not gonna post this one because I post too many selfies, but that's like the normal process of my Instagram pictures. I'll go through some of the other apps that I have just so I can talk about them a little bit too. So first, I have Pic Frame, and that just lets me have like fun borders. I don't really post pictures like this. The only pictures that I would like posting with this kind of thing would be one like this where I can put 3 different pictures in and still have a white border. Reflection is just when you can have 2 pictures. Although I don't really like this one too much. That's my friend Zach. Oh my god, I cannot believe that has popped up. I'm laughing so hard. So like if I wanted to do something with this picture, you can flop it like however you want it like that. You can go up and down, side to side. We'll do this one, and then you just go to the sun and turn it all the way up so that it's not faded on either side, and then you would save that to your camera roll. So the next app is Pixlr Express, and again you just go in and pick your picture, and this is like an editor app so you can like blur out stuff, and like I think you can whiten teeth, I don't know. I've never posted a picture where I've like whitened my teeth or photoshopped anything onto my body. I just kind of let my filters do their thing and then I just upload it. I don't think too much into it anyway. The only time that I would use this app is to blur out something like either a school name, or I have an example where my friend was flipping off the camera but I wanted to Instagram the pictures, so I just like blurred out him flipping off the camera. And it's up on my Instagram if you guys can find the picture. Brownie points for you. And that's all that I use this app for, and I just use the heel. So like let's say I didn't like my watch for whatever reason, you can like adjust the size of like how big you want it to be and then just go over it and it like blurs the area. I don't really know. I only use that again to like blur out school names or anything like inappropriate in my pictures that I want to Instagram. Timer Cam is just a camera that has a timer on it, and this actually comes in handy more than you think it would. So you can obviously like turn it around and oh, there you guys are. Photo Studio I already went into, but this, why is this popping up? No thank you. This just gives me like effects on my pictures, but I only use this one for the 3D effect. I think the other ones are kind of gross looking. So then the last app that I have is Pics Art, and this is what I use to blur out my pictures. So I love blurring out my pictures. Like half of my pictures on my Instagram are blurred out if they weren't taken blurry. I really just like the look of blurry pictures. So you just go to this and then FX, blur, normal blur, and then you can just adjust the blurriness of them. The clearness, I'm sure you can do this in like other apps too, but I just get this one and it's free too, so that's great. And that's it. That's like how I edit my Instagram pictures. Nothing too fancy. I did forget to tell you guys one thing. In some of my pictures, like this one, I have a caption that looks like that, and that's not like a regular emoji. So what I'm gonna do is link all of the emojis in the description box below, because I know that there's like an app to get them, but I don't have that app. My friend Katie sent them to me a long time ago, and I just saved it in the notes of my iPhone and then just go back and like select ones that I want to use for a picture. So I'm going to leave those in the description box if you guys want to copy and paste them to your phone too. Through there. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up so I know to have more Instagram pictures. Yeah. I upload videos every Thursday, so be sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss another video, and I'll talk to you then. Bye!